Now, if you don't know this about me, the R33 is actually my favorite generation Skyline. Not the R32, not the R34. The R33 is my favorite gen Skyline. And unfortunately, it is not in the auto show in Horizon 6 because they decided to make it a Players exclusive car. But I was very happy when they did end up adding it to the auto show. It just has a tumor. They got a GTR the long way. And honestly, I think I would rather take a sedan Skyline over a coupe. But I mean, if you give me a wagon, I'm gonna take that. But yeah, I would rather take a sedan Skyline for practicality reasons. That's it. It doesn't look, I was gonna say it looks cooler, but that would be a lie. I just would prefer to have a sedan, also because it would be cheaper to buy, because a coupe GTR is probably gonna run like 50K. This, a lot nicer.
So that was a fucking lie.
But let's get right into the customization, because after all, this is an R33 Skyline at the end of the day.
Shelby.
And the problem is, with the R33 coupe in this game, it has a Rocket Bunny kit. And why is that a problem? Well, there's only the opportunity to get one so far. One R33. I hope it comes back, but seeing as the next playlist is Italian cars, I wouldn't put money on it. What I would put money on is, though, is we have a wide body kit. We don't. Do you have any customization whatsoever? We have a top secret front bumper. Okay. I think what they did is they just ripped the front half from the R33 model, and then they just did a separate back half model. I think that's exactly what they did. But you know what? If you have the option for top secret, you go top secret. For the wing, we do have a Nismo wing. Okay. And Force Aero. Honestly, this is a dummy rare car. I don't know what I was expecting, but at least we did get a little bit of customization. I am happy for that. But we didn't even get into the engine swaps, which we do have 4. So, Slock, I want to say this is... I want to say it's an RB25, but it could be an RB26. I don't know. I want to say it's an RB20. Let's go ahead and say RB26. We have... I don't know what that's from, and I feel like an idiot for not knowing what it's from. 4.8 liter LFA V10, of course. 3.8 liter, that's a VR38, and then the GRGT engine. I feel like they were kind of lazy on this thing. Also, why are you gyrating? Why are you vibrating and gyrating? What is your... Why? What is you? What is your problem? But we're gonna keep the stock engine. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this car. Anyways, okay. First things first, I feel like we should lower it, because hopefully that will fix it. It made it better. It didn't fix it though. Also, seeing as this is a sedan, it is a little bit heavier. I think we are... You know what? I'm actually just gonna load on the power and see what class we get, because I don't know why it's gyrating. It is distracting. Anyways, I'm just gonna load on the power and see how much we get out of it, because I hope it's closer to 1,000. It's sounding a little more appropriate now. Yeah, it's sounding a lot more appropriate now. We can up it to a 3 liter. Up it, the pistons and that stuff. The turbo is where it's gonna get good though. Oh, it gets 1,000 horsepower. Oh, it gets 1,000 horsepower. That's 970. 990. 990 horsepower. So close. Yet again, I do mean it is a sedan. I think we should just go wild on this. We also gotta fix the fitment. And actually, let's see how thick the tires can get. We can go up to 285 in the front and the rear. I guess it could go with an all-wheel drive drift build. I'm I kind of do want to do that in all-wheel drive drift. Yeah, that'd be sick. Let's rock it. Now for the wheels. I feel like I could do mismatched wheels. I think I'm just gonna throw it on all reliable though. All reliable, yeah. I think our rear tires look really, really weird for some reason. Yeah, oh my god, the contact patch is so weird. What? Why does it look like that? Okay then, our fitment is good. I am gonna max the brakes. I put it on race suspension. Let's go drift suspension. Drift suspension fixed it. Drift suspension fixed it. Wait, we're actually good, so we can shave off 600 pounds. Okay. And for the roll cage, you know what? Sure, I don't do roll cages in enough cars. We should also max out the transmission to go with a 6-speed. Our race driveline, we're also going to have to throw in a drift diff. I think we got everything. I think... Actually, can we make the wheels bigger? Can we make them bigger? Yes, we can, and it looks a lot better. So there we go. 990 horsepower. We weigh 2,800 pounds. I'd say it's pretty good. I also want to see. I really hope we can paint this thing midnight purple. It might only come in this silver. I guess let's see. No, we... We got midnight purple. We also do have a carbon hood. Do you look good? Carbon hood, do you look good? Yeah? No, you don't. Okay. The mirrors, it doesn't paint the mirror stock, so we won't go with that. The wing. No. Wheels, I think... I don't know if I want to leave them gold or if I want to go with white. I feel like white wheels is kind of a vibe, though. White wheels. Silver isn't that bad, but I did want to see... Nah, we go gold. We go gold. Alright. I think that is it. So I guess let's see how well this thing does drift. I know I think it was the last video. It was the Mad Mike Drift Wagon. The RX3 wagon. I don't know when that video was, but we already did a drift car recently. But now we made another, and we're gonna take it on a different drift zone this time. So just give me a sec to get there. All right, I bat my camera, but I think it's only right if we take this thing on Mount Haruna. It's also this week's seasonal drift zone. So let's go see. Also, are my headlights even on? Okay, they are on. They are shining. It's just like oddly dim. I don't know if it's just bright outside or if it's like oddly dim. But yeah, this is working wonders. Okay, wait, this thing is actually amazing now. Hang on. Let's see if we can get a new PB here. Let's see. Well, if we do that, we can't. Alright, let's see. And I have to try to lock in right now. I actually love this thing so much. I know the Nissan Gloria is kind of like the competition to the Toyota Chaser, but I feel like this could be too, because like this is rad. Like I actually really, really, really like how this thing feels. Power climbs quickly, and it does have the grip because this thing isn't riding on wagon wheels like the Mad Mike RX3 was. Yeah, that's really good. Not my best work. I'm gonna commit war crimes against the 1992 Mitsubishi. Was that even a 1992? Hang on. I'm holding a grudge over this. It was a 1992. I'm going to commit war crimes on every 1992 Mitsubishi Galant in existence. It ruined my skill chain, so I'm going to ruin its life. Anyways, this thing... Okay, this thing is really nice, actually. This thing is nice. Just flick it back and forth. In. Actually, is it a super saloon? It's retro sports cars. It's a 4-door Nissan Skyline, and they made it retro sports cars. I really wish it was retro super saloons, because I would have loved to use this in some championships. But no. It is a sports car. It is a sedan. It is a 4-door sedan. And just because it's a Nissan Skyline, they made it a sports car. The Lotus Carlton, for the longest time, was a retro super saloon. It had performed like a sports car, and yet you put it in retro super saloons. So what is the difference here? Just because it's a Nissan Skyline, it has 4 doors. It has 4 doors. Look, I'm glad it has a little bit of customization, but they could have done so much more on this. They knocked it out of the park with the regular R33, and when it comes to the sedan, I mean... At the very least, we can paint it midnight purple. I'm happy about that. That was way too close. But yeah, I love it. It's an R33. I just wish that they gave one of my favorite cars a little more attention like this. That's all.